Hey everyone, and welcome back to another lucid dreaming technique video. So these are a few techniques that I have used to practice to try to get into that headspace to lead to lucid dreaming. So once again, different techniques work for everyone differently, but these are techniques that I use that have been working for me to practice. So a few things. First, I already sleep with an eye mask and earplugs, which is essentially sensory deprivation. I will breathe slowly and deeply, and I can actually hear it, and that'll start to lull me a little bit. So as your mind is starting to drift off, and you're starting to see a picture in your head, like it might be kind of grainy, and then slowly it might start to widen as you're starting to drift towards sleeping. What I would do, what I've been doing to kind of practice a little bit when I can, is I will actually start looking around that space to kind of change my field of vision, which is neat that I'm able to kind of manipulate that space. Sometime in the beginning, if I tried to do that, it would pull back and it would just go back to being that grainy picture in my head. So I try to do it slowly, and I just kind of look around to see if I can look at the objects or the scenery at different angles. Another thing I do that I kind of forgot to mention that before I do that is I try not to think of anything while my mind is starting to drift. So I'll literally just not even stare at a point in space, with your eyes closed. I'll just kind of like look through it like I'm not looking at anything. Sometimes stuff will start to form. Sometimes I'll start to see colors dancing around, different things. And then eventually the picture will start to form, and then the picture will widen and I can start interacting. And eventually, if this technique works for you, you may be able to start touching and reaching out into that space. That happened to me the other day. That was my fourth lucid dream I had where I wasn't dreaming and woke up inside the dream. I kind of slipped into a lucid dream from just laying there in that state of trying to interact with my environment. So let me know if these techniques work for you. Once again, techniques work differently for everybody. And then, subscribe, hit that bell to let me know, and so you know when I drop another video. And also please drop down the comments techniques that you have used that have worked for you, and let me know if this works for you. Bye. Talk to you next time.